Ellis, good start for you today with a tech fall, and then you ran into the Serbian in the second match. Just assess the way that you wrestled today.
I think I started off kind of slow. I was able to push the pace on my first match, and come out, get the ball rolling. And then second match, same thing. I don't think it's much different. I was trying to push the pace a little bit. Just style clash, he stood there, he stayed in his zone a little bit and couldn't figure out how to get him moving and score my offense.
It's been a few years since you've been on this stage. Just your approach coming in, was it different from a couple years past? What was it like to be back on the big stage again?
Same approach. It was, the same as before. Nothing changed. Nothing has changed besides the rules. But I've wrestled with these rules. I've made this team, so I've adapted to them. But just being able to adapt internationally to each person that you face and come with a game plan, or just being able to be flexible and being able to change your game plan up when you come out here, because guys might game plan against you, and guys might come out with something that you're not used to, or what you think that they normally do, they wouldn't do at this competition. And so just being flexible, and being able to figure that out.
Do you think you can be successful under these rules, or do you think they should go back?
No, I think I can be successful under these rules, definitely. I think for me, the big thing is figuring out my more setups to my offense, being able to score points from my offense. It's easy to push the pace and stuff like that, but you see a lot of these matches come down to simple calls. I got caution 2 in the beginning for pushing his face, and finish the match 3-1. You take those points away, it's 1-1, and I get last passivity. So I just got to be able to wrestle around that type of stuff. And the best guys are the guys that make the least mistakes at this tournament. So the guys that aren't making those mistakes and that are taking care of business are the guys that are winning it. So just don't make those mistakes, and figure out what my offense and a way to get to my offense and score those points, or be the one to receive those points, instead of being on the shit end of the stick. So
what hurts the most about today?
I feel like after my match, I got off the mat and I told Coach, I was like, man, I wrestled as hard as I could. There was absolutely nothing else I could have done at the end of that. I told him, I was dead. I was exhausted. I walked off the mat and I sat there for a second, trying to catch my breath and just trying to think and grasp what happened, but I couldn't. I was so tired. But the big thing for me was I came back this year and I put so much into this year, and I put so much work into it. I put so much sacrifice into it, and it just, I don't know, it all sums down to one match, and people train their lives for stuff like that, and just to be in these situations and be able to go to these competitions and stuff like that. And I feel like I gave my all. I gave myself every single opportunity that I can to be able to win this competition, and to come home with nothing. It's just it kills you. So.
Can you explain the difference between a guy like Sancho, like a tough American that you have multiple tough matches with, and a foreigner, a Serbian that you have a tough match with, the one you lost to?
Well, you see, in the U.S., we see these guys all the time. So you get to scout these guys all the time. You know their weaknesses. You know their strengths. You wrestle them all the time. So every single time you wrestle them, you feel like you're getting an edge on them, or you're figuring something out that you need to know for the next match. Then outside of that, I live in the U.S. You know everything about this guy. It's not just wrestling. It's a mind game. It's everything involved. So you know everything every move that this guy makes. You figure this person out as who they are as a person. You get on the mat. That's just second nature. It's easier to take care of business. And so these guys, I don't know anything about them, but I'm a wrestler, and I came to represent my country, and I came to win. So I got to go out there and wrestle and do what I got to do. As if it is the United States, and take it the same way.
You've been on this Greco scene for quite some time. 8 guys on the team, and not one American makes the quarterfinals. I know you got to stay focused on yourself. When you look at this team as a whole, what's missing?
Man, you could point fingers any day at anybody. I think that it's all found within individually. You know, we all got to look ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves, you know, what are we missing? Because at the end of the day, you're on the mat. It's you on the mat versus some guy from another country. It's not me, Coach Lewis, me, Coach Momir, me, Coach Lillian, hold my hand, tag team, you know, get in a match and take care of me. It's me versus that guy. And so, you know, each individual person should be able to figure out what they think is missing or what the key points are, you know, of their wrestling and of their lifestyle to be able to get it done. And I think as a whole, as a unit, there's not really much to point out. I think that we got to do better at adapting as a unit. You know, all these other countries, they wrestle Greco since they're kids. You know, we wrestle Greco. Folk style's a big thing. We wrestle Greco coming out of high school in USA. So we got to be able to adapt quicker and be able to modify ourselves with the rules. You know, there's rule changes all the time. You know, the rules been different this year, the last quad, the quad before that. So just being able to adapt to whatever UWW is putting out there as a whole country, and being able to implement that and get our guys used to that and being able to score and be physical.
Well, what do you think the biggest thing is for you guys to be able to adapt?
I think that I mean, a lot of international competitions is a big deal, and then two, we got. I mean, get a that's probably number one, the international competition. But two, I think everybody coming together as a unit, and you know, trying to take this on together and figuring out, you know, how we're gonna get these guys on the podium. And I think that we're not putting all our eggs in one basket on certain individuals or anything like that, you know. But as a whole unit, from our cadets all the way up, figuring out how we're going to get each person on the podium at their respective class, style, and age group, you know. So we're just going to figure it out.
Makes sense.
You're welcome.